What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Real with Team Pisces. We in the build done, but first I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there. Gang, you all already know we in the build done. Also want to give a shout out to all my 2-2s and my 3-3s and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s and my 7-7-7s, and shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also want to thank everybody for coming out to support the channel. Thank you. And those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell notification, be notified of my upcoming videos and content. And we're going to jump right in. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about why people dislike Aquarius. Now, in the comments, let me know your experiences with Aquarius. And if you are Aquarius, talking to someone else that may be an Aquarius or not, this video is for you. Now we're going to jump into the very first reason, is the fact that, yes, a lot of times Aquarius may oftentimes be aloof, or some would say they are emotionally detached, and they may be unresponsive in emotionally charged situations, leading other people to feel neglected or unimportant. So everybody knows that the reason why this happens because Aquarius may find the tendency to prioritize logic over emotions, and that can seem distant or uncaring. So, for instance, I had a situation. I used to work with this one guy, and he would do the same thing. He will always be aloof to, some, and he would be just not in the present moment there. So you really don't know what kind of bond, you don't really know where you stand when you are dealing with an Aquarius because of this. So knowing that, you have to be very aware of the simple fact that, yes, they can be emotionally detached in situations and make you feel left out or unimportant. Now we're going to talk about Aquarius' unpredictable behavior. Now, everybody knows it's because of Uranus, and anything can go with a Aquarius. Now, what you got to watch out for is those sudden changes in plans, okay? Things such as decisions without prior notice. Yes, if you thought being ghosted or being, someone giving you a rain check and someone saying, hey, let's do this a different day, you could forget it, because without a shadow of a doubt, a lot of times you could just get ghosted, where an Aquarius won't let you know that they're not coming, or, hey, they can't make it. So this can disrupt a relationship, especially if it's based off of trust. So another thing that causes this is the fact that Aquarius has a desire for novelty, and resistance to routine may lead to erratic actions. So that's another thing. When you got somebody that's unorthodox and innovative, they are able to change routines on a dime, and like I say, it can lead to erratic actions behind it. So that's something you want to pay attention to. And the next thing is the contrarian nature of an Aquarius. And see, what you got to watch out for is they're consistently opposing popular opinions and social norms that can create tension in group settings. So that could be an opinion that the Aquarius has. Let's say that opinion could be purposely done, where you may find that there's someone that's always disagreeing with what you say on purpose. Well, this is the contrary nature of an Aquarius. So why this happens is because they have a strong need to assert individuality. See, they love to have their own way of doing things. They don't like to rely on others or follow someone else's lead. So oftentimes they will want to challenge the status quo, and that could be very nerve-wracking. Now we're going to talk about number 4, is the fact that Aquarius can be overly analytical. Now, you may find friendships and compatibility with Virgo, and it could be a man or woman, or it could be an Aquarius man or woman. And a lot of times you will find that they both are prone to overthink. They may have a tendency to, especially in situations, whether they're important or not. And this can lead to indecisiveness and missed opportunities. Because when you find someone like an Aquarius analyzing a situation, it may never get to the root of the problem. It may never get fixed. So you have to understand that Aquarius may have a deep-seated need to understand all aspects, because in their mind, they're continuously playing chess, not checkers. So they may be looking at everything from a deep-seated point of view and looking at looking at all the aspects before they make a decision. Now, going back to the aloofness, number 5, what you gotta watch out for with an Aquarius is the fact that they may oftentimes appear disinterested or uninvolved in personal matters, which can strain relationships. So if you have likes and things that you're interested in, don't always expect an Aquarius to follow suit or to just go with the flow, because they will tell you their 2 cents. They will tell you how they don't like such and such, and they may say something like, oh, you know, bacon is better than smoking, you know, in a subject matter like that. Now, another thing is that one of the reasons that of why this happens is because Aquarius has a preference for independence. You know, they prefer to be independent and self-reliant over emotional intimacy. So they may oftentimes want to separate themselves, you know, detach emotionally from any type of relationship, especially if it involves emotional intimacy. And also, we're going to talk about number 6 is the stubbornness of an Aquarius. See, what you got to watch out for with the stubbornness of an Aquarius is their resistance to changing opinions or considering alternative viewpoints can hinder collaboration. See, you got to understand that there are some people that just won't agree. You got some people that's so fixed in their mind that they may feel as though they are right, or they may stand or be a rebel for something that they believe in, or just something that they feel is the opposite of what you're saying or what you're doing, because that's what Aquarius does. They want to always rebel against the social norm, the status quo, the most realistic point of views. They want to oppose them. So when it comes to the stubbornness, just know that they're not called a rebel for no reason. You know, they rebel against things and oppose things, and they do this on purpose. Now, one of the things to mention, as I said, was that an Aquarius is a fixed sign. They're fixed in nature and with thinking, and that values consistency and personal convictions. So you got to know that, yeah, personally, they may see themselves doing somebody wrong. They may, you know, witness to the fact that they may know themselves that they did something that wasn't the right thing, but this is all done in a personal matter, not in a public matter. So when it comes to the rebelliousness without cause, and this is why I said they oppose anything at any cost. So it doesn't matter if it's petty, it doesn't matter if it's serious. So opposing the rules or the authority figures, see, without clear reason, it can lead to those unnecessary conflicts, just going against the grain on purpose. But see, the cause of this is Aquarius has that inner desire to challenge the norms and assert freedom. So yes, they could be one of the most challenging individuals that one can meet. Now we're going to go off into number 8, which is hypocrisy. So what you got to watch out for is the very thing that an Aquarius could be criticizing you for. It could be that very behavior that they themselves exhibit, and it can damage their credibility. So what you have to watch out for is that anything they're cutting you down on could be something that they're actually doing themselves, and they are able to project that onto someone else. So with this, how this is coming about is because what it is, the cause of this is because they have a blind spot in being self-aware regarding their own actions. So they don't oftentimes see the things that they do. They don't oftentimes see how rebellious they truly are. They don't oftentimes see how contrary they are to a cause or something they believe in. They just don't understand how they go against the grain. They don't see themselves doing that. So they can very well be a hypocrite regarding that. Now, we're going to talk about overconfidence. Now, one thing for certain, number 9, is the fact what you have to watch out for with an Aquarius is that, yes, they can be overconfident, where, you know, it could come off as arrogance or pride. And see, this display of arrogance or dismissiveness, it basically makes other people's like ideas and makes it seem like they're not important. They can alienate peers and people that's close to them by appearing to be much more better or much more qualified. And especially if there's people around them that actually want something different. So you always have to know that in this aspect in time, that's what an Aquarius would do. Why is this? Because Aquarius, they have a strong belief in their intellectual capabilities, so, and perspective. So they're very, very it's more of a spiritual thing to them. Like I say, a strong belief. So they live by that, and they believe that their intellectual capabilities is superb. So you got to understand of where this is coming from. Now, opposite from the signs of the water signs being emotional or being able to connect with others on a more serious manner, where the emotions connect and allow two people to fully know each other and have something meaningful. Well, number 10 is the fact that Aquarius, they lack compassion, in case you didn't know. So what you got to watch out for is Aquarius have difficulty empathizing with others' emotions and experiences. So those emotional experiences, yes, Aquarius will have a difficult time empathizing with it. And that can lead to misunderstanding. So understand that emotions are important. We need them to express ourselves. But when a person doesn't have them or doesn't use them, it could just turn into a huge outblown misunderstanding. Now, the cause of this is the fact that Aquarius, they focus too much on logic and objectively over emotional considerations. So that's why I said they make a lot of decisions out of logic rather than using emotions. So that's something that may cause them to get into a lot of trouble with people. And this is why people don't like them. Now, like, comment, share, subscribe if you felt that these 10 hidden reasons why people dislike Aquarius was true to you, and anything that you could add, reasons, and anything concerning your insights, let me know in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching.